Oh, I feel like I'm in a time machine. I went way back in time. This should have happened a long time ago. This is the latest BLON. It is the successor to the O3. It is a manifestation of all of the things that were criticized about the O3, taken into account the return of the input called the feedback, and done. Finally, the bass, some people found it to be a little bit excessive in the O3. They toned it down a little bit. The peanut gain was a little bit much for some people. They toned it down a little bit. The fit, not fit for the human ear. It now fits the human ear. This took way too long. It's going to be $30 or less. It's going to be tuned exactly like the one that I graphed. And I don't know exactly when the date it's going to be released, but I figured some people in my community section were like, give me more info. This is definitely what it looks like. It's definitely going to be tuned like this, which I'm putting it up. I'm going to do a regraph of the O3 and the O1 in the same sitting. Do it again, just because that's a smarter way instead of using a graph I did a year ago. And the Live 3 was a set that I just said I really liked. The 1K and forward is something I've seen so many times, and I actually find it appealing. And going backwards, I thought the bass was, 10 dB at its peak. It's a little excessive, but it wasn't seeming to penalize the mids. I just did a JQ4U video, a beryllium set that I liked. Day later, 2 days later, I did the TFC Live 3, and it was better and half the price. And then I joked that maybe I'll get one, and it actually happened. The TFZ Live, I didn't even think was going to be anything, because TFZ releases King Limited, King. I've done reviews and not been sure exactly which one am I holding. Got to look at it again. Check the internet. Oh, okay, that's the one that I need. Like that's TFC has so many out there. BLON kind of started to do the same thing. That's why this is an unopened package. I'm not even interested in it. It's not reflecting the feedback of the people that fell in love with the unit I fell in love with and wrecked very strongly. What's the point? Let other people do that. No, thank you. And the color reminds me of movies about the 50s and somebody's Plymouth or something. That green. I guess it's cool, but it's not cool at the same time. This is what it is. Let's get a close-up look at it. This is my Twitter. It's made out of a very strong material. I don't know what the hell it is, but if you dropped it on your DAP screen, pay attention. Like this is like the OH10 by ICO or ECO. Like it feels like it's very substantial. It's got a screen that looks like a screen and not the old KZs, which look like aluminum foil with holes poked in it. I've actually seen sets that are pretty damn good with wood shells, and they put that garbage screen on top. I have no idea why they even mess with that. What's the point in doing the whole thing? So they finished up nicely. They've got a termination which is going to match people that got the O3 and liked it and bought a cable, because why would you not buy another cable? Because the cable is garbage. This is the shape. It reminds me of the old FIO FH1, which was like a plastic peanut, but it just fit in my hair perfectly. I'm using the tips that came with the TFZ Live 3, the largest ones, because they give me the best fit. These are demo samples, so I only got a couple pairs of tips, but I went with another set of tips. And I'm still using the stock cable because I'm going to do that while I do my evaluation of it. And the troll continues. Why even? The fit of the O3 was so poor that you needed everything you could to just keep it in there like foam tips. And these things actively would maneuver to slowly wedge them out of your ear. And they still do the same thing. Could they source another cable for the same price or a penny more, but bought in the thousands? Of course they could, but why? I don't know. It's uppity. Never give up. I gave up, man. Seriously. Listening to Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden is excellent. It's keeping a natural tonality. This is finally BLON back in its wheelhouse, doing what it does best instead of adventures out into doing other stuff and expanding there. Perfect and polish what you got that's great into the best version of it that you can, and then venture off into doing other stuff. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, take the good thing and you sell a bunch of it, and that means that you get a bunch of feedback. The return of the input is the feedback. When you sell a lot of anything and you get a lot of feedback, you're winning, because if you listen to the consumer, those are people that spent money. They're likely, more than unknown people, to spend money on your product again. So listen to what they say. This took a year. I'm not ranting on them. Yes, I am. But I'm wrecking the shit out of it at the same time. So, hey, no apologies given. We'll do a full review. I'm absolutely a fan. Wreck it right now. Boom. As soon as you see a link to get it, purchase it. I like the BLON 03 last year, except there were already links to purchase it. But people were like, what, $30? Is it that good? Yes, it is. And I said it was. And now there's a bunch of people that will watch this video because they believed that. They trusted me. And then they went through the little hoops of fucking with tips, changing the cable, because who wants to put up with that? And they love it. And they bought it for their brother or their kid, or they bought. There's people watching this video right now that might buy multiple versions of it because it's going to be $30 max. They could buy 3 or 4 of them. And tips. And cables. And still be underneath buying something for, $150, $160. And have taken care of everybody. And get good quality sound for everybody. And they're watching this video right now. How many companies have that kind of an army? Very few, man. So you guys have finally been served. More info will be coming as soon as I get it. I'll post it in community section or Twitter, and then I'll go ahead and gather it and put it into a video and do a proper review. It really is what you would expect a BLON if the bass was dropped by a couple dB, the peanut gain was dropped by similar, and it overall sounded cleaner with good tonality. That's what this is. That's what the 03 follow-up always should have been. So this isn't like, oh my God, they did it again. No, they finally got back to what template worked and improved on it a little bit. Like what should have been done. It's not actually impressive. It's impressive what it does for its price, but that it was done, should have been done months ago. It's kind of a wreck. It's kind of a rant, and you're not getting any links in this video. So I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. And I'm out. Never give up. I gave up, actually. And I'm back, I guess, because yay, it's 11:11, and this is legit worth every penny. And I'm out.
Shelling my name to be precise, ripping mics is